president of the World Boxing Association, is with us. Carlos Palomino is here.
Lo felicito, es usted un gran campeón, de lo mejor que ha tenido México en su historia. Estoy orgulloso de usted, Salvador. Además, un ejemplo y que siga usted dando ese ejemplo al mundo y a los jóvenes, con otro gran, a que yo admiro, Carlos Palomino.
Felicitaciones, Salvador, una tremenda pelea. Mira, quiero hacerte una pregunta. Se hablaba mucho tanto del poder de Gómez. ¿Sentiste los golpes en cuál momento?
Efectivamente, no me llegó a lastimar con ningún golpe, pero se siente inmediatamente la pesadez de sus puños.
¿Te sorprendió a ti que pudiste lastimarlo en el primer round?
No, no me sorprendió, porque yo me preparé para luchar desde el primer round, como lo demostré.
Muchas gracias y felicitaciones otra vez, que dures muchísimo.
Okay, we'll spin around over here. We'll get Larry in here.
Bring him around this way.
Larry, we get in here together. We'll turn around up here to this. That camera up there. Okay, we finally were able to talk to the champion who retained his title. Carlos, you spoke to him for the sake of our English-speaking audience. Can you tell us what the champion, Salvador Sanchez, had to say?
The question that was in my mind was that, so much had been said about Wilfred Gomez's punching power. I asked him if he had felt at any time that power. He said that he never was hurt, but every punch that Gomez landed, he felt it. It was tremendous punching. He said he could feel it, but he just never caught him on the chin to hurt him. Also, I asked him if he was surprised that he was able to hurt Gomez in the first round. He said that he was not surprised because he worked very hard. He worked on punching power by banging the heavy bag, and he said that when he landed, he noticed that Gomez was hurt. He went after him.
Well, there's no question that he did a tremendous job going after him. And now, Larry Holmes, you naturally, as heavyweight champ, have been involved in all kinds of wars yourself. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, it was a great fight all the way through. Especially after Gomez got up off the floor after the first round and showed the people that he got the determination. His goal was to become the champion of the world in another weight class, and he just showed a lot of determination. I think it was a great fight as an added plus to boxing again, that we have great fights like this because it'll keep the people interested in fights. And Sanchez is a great champion. I'm sure you'll hear a lot more from Sanchez in the near future because he's a great champion.
Okay, so that's the story again. Salvador Sanchez retains the title, a super fight. We're going to go back down by the monitors. We may be able to show you what happened again, so we'll break away from here and head back down to our positions at ringside.
This championship will be settled this afternoon. The rather little-known champion, Maurice from Hackney, England, born in Antigua, West Indies, will be defending his title against Wilfred Benitez. And in the Benitez dressing room at the moment is our Gil Clancy.
Wilfred, only 5 men in boxing history have held championships in 3 different weight classes. They were Bob Fitzsimmons, Tony Canzoneri, Bonnie Ross, Henry Armstrong, and Emil Griffith. What will it mean to you to walk out of that ring today being a champion in a 3rd weight class?
It made me feel very great, like a boxer, and I think that this is a chance in my life, win another title and bring it to Puerto Rico.
Buenos suerte, amigo. And now to Rick Sugar Ray Leonard in Mo Hope's dressing room.
I'm here with the champion, Maurice Hope. And Mo, quick answer. First time in America as the champion, but they consider you an underdog. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it makes me very enthusiastic, whereas the underdog's concerned. The story of my life, I've always been an underestimated fighter, and I'm here to show America, that I'm a good fighter than they expect.
Thank you, Mo. Have a good one. Back to you, Tim.
All right, Ray, that fight is coming up shortly. Hope defending his crown against Wilfred Benitez, and our commentators today include making a second guest appearance, Sugar Ray Leonard, the WBC welterweight champion of the world, and with us as usual, Gil Clancy. And Gil, let's talk first about the champion, Maurice Hope. Not really well known in world boxing circles except to fight people. He has been seen on television defending his title against Rocky Mattioli. He's a tough guy. He's a veteran at age 29. And what do you think of him?
Well, he's a well-schooled fighter that's in top condition, has a good variety of punches. He's a tough guy to beat, and he's the champion.
Well, we're going to show you some of the action from his first fight when he won the title from Rocky Mattioli, a well-regarded fighter at the time, and he defended the title successfully against Mattioli a second time. This was March of 1979.
Well, you can see here that he has a good variety of punches. There was a big left hook, and that was the one that just about did it and won him the championship in the first fight. Then, of course, we come to the rematch, and as you watch Hope, you're going to see that he has a variety of punches. He has just about every punch in the book, maneuverable, throws all his punches. He uses everything he has. Good ring generalship, moves around real well, and puts his punches together. This is going to be a classic fight between a well-schooled fighter that's a good mechanic and a fellow with all the natural ability in the world of Wilfred Benitez. It's going to be a tough fight.
Mattioli was a very strong opponent, even in this rematch fight when some people thought, well, maybe he was a shot fighter, is the term they use in the business. But Hope showed that despite the fact he had suffered a detached retina, this was his first fight following surgery for that detached retina, that he not only had a lot of class, but a lot of courage.
Yes, he sure does. Well, once you win that championship, I've always said I think it improves you a minimum of 25%, and the fellow standing right over there on my right can verify that.
Oh, beautiful combination.
We also have been impressed by his training this week in Las Vegas. He is in superb condition. He works 3 minutes of every round, whether he's shadow boxing or hitting the bags. Well, I guess nobody knows more about Wilfred Benitez than somebody who's been in there with him, handed him indeed his only defeat. Sugar Ray Leonard, Wilfred Benitez going for his third title. There's obviously got to be a little extra emotion for Benitez in this fight. I know you have a lot of respect for him.
I do, Tim. This fight here could be either dull or dynamite fight, depending upon what kind of shape the questionable Benitez is in. But to try to go for a third title, I'm quite sure he's in perfect shape.
It's always a question about how he trains, and yet he's lost only one time, so no matter how he prepares for a fight, he seems to be ready when the bell goes.
Well, he knows fully well I'm going up against Kalule, and he'll be fighting me for the junior middleweight crown.
All right, let's take a look at Wilfred Benitez, who has had a remarkable career. At the age of 17, he won his first championship, the junior welterweight, against a boxing legend, Antonio Cervantes, and you can see he looks indeed no more than 17 at the time in 1976, and this is when he showed the world that he was indeed a class fighter.
Well, here we see Benitez, just a young kid at the age of 17, displaying so much natural ability. And I was so impressed to see the tapes of Cervantes when he defeated him.
This is later in that same fight against Cervantes, who was regarded by many people as one of the great boxers of all time. It was a tremendous accomplishment for Wilfred Benitez at that young age to lift the crown from Cervantes. And then, of course, he went up to the welterweight ranks. He won the championship there and then had to face Sugar Ray Leonard, who was challenging for the WBC welter crown. And in this fight against Palomino, Carlos Palomino, an outstanding fighter at the time, it was the second title for Wilfred Benitez. I know you watched this fight.
Well, Benitez has so much great ability against the ropes. As we see, he's a basic counterpuncher, and he's one of the best in the division.
Working very well off the ropes. Look, I've made a lot of friends here very quickly in Las Vegas. Has been here for 2 weeks, acclimatizing himself to the altitude, the thinner air, and the heat. And he's ready to go. Very happy with his conditioning. He's looked great in the gym. There is some question always about the conditioning methods of Wilfred Benitez, but we keep pointing out that he has only lost one time, and that's to Ray Leonard. And now let's go up to our ring announcer, Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the feature attraction of the afternoon. 15 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing, in the red corner, the challenger. Originally from San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Benitez never takes his eye off his
New York
opponent.
City, New York. He is the former junior welterweight and welterweight champion of the world. He is seeking his third world title. He weighs 153 1/4 pounds. Introducing Wilfred Benitez. And in the blue corner, the champion. originally from Antigua in the West Indies. He fights out of London, England. He is defending his title for the 4th time. He weighs 153 1/2 pounds. Here is Maurice Hope. 15 rounds of boxing.
There is the champion. He has had 7 title fights. And the challenger,
this is the part that Benitez loves the most, to stay down.
5 as we look at the tail of his tape here. 29-year-old Maurice Hope against 22-year-old Wilfred Benitez. And they weighed in just a quarter of a pound apart. Slight height advantage to Wilfred Benitez. This is a 154-pound title champion.
3-1. I'm on a 3rd one and I'm going to take point. Any questions to my left? Any questions to my right? I'm going to warn you seconds. You're responsible for your condition of your fighters in the ring. Good luck to both of you.
You heard the instructions from referee Richard Green. The judges are Joe Swessel, Chuck Minker, and
Benitez does not like
they will
his
do all of
opponent.
the scoring. The referee does not figure in the scoring. The 10-point must system in effect. 9 points or less to the loser of a round. There can be a 10-10 even round. The champion in black, the challenger in blue. Wilfred Benitez. At the top of your screen for the opening blow.
Ray, your next fight, you're going to be fighting a southpaw for the championship of the world, too. If you were Benitez, would you be thinking about that? How would you move out when the fight starts?
Well, Gil, I can't tell you my secret. I'm fighting for the junior middle crown. My opponent, my champion, is southpaw also.
And early, go ahead, Gil.
It's all a big secret then, Ray, huh?
It's a big secret. Benitez is doing the right thing. He's really trying to throw bombs in early rounds to see what type of effect it has on the champion. But as we see it now, Maurice Hope is a well-conditioned fighter.
Early warning from referee Richard Green to Benitez for leaning on Hope in that opening few seconds of his first round, scheduled for 15. Now warning to Hope.
So Wilfred Benitez gets it on May 23rd, 1981. With Maurice Hope, who's the junior middleweight champion.
One thing about Hope, as far as being a southpaw, this guy is really a boxer also. He's not just a puncher.
And Benitez is the number 5th fighter trying to win a 3-weight division championship for honors.
Very wild early. Well, he was all keyed up.
Les Aguirre would do it with Jim Watts, and he would be the 7th fighter
I really don't see the confidence that
to accomplish that feat.
I think he's aware that he's fighting a truly great champion. One thing I noticed, Gil, Benitez is really just going down overhand right. I think something's wrong with his left hand.
Could very well be. We have heard rumors.
The possibility of sore hand, the left hand. The way we see it, it's been all Wilfred Benitez.
The way it looks now, Maurice Hope has gained his 2nd win. He started to put power behind his punches. Gil, you made a point earlier about Benitez being a relaxed fighter and the champion Hope. He's so tight and tense, and it burns energy.
That's right. He has to be in condition to fight 30 rounds for a 15-round fight. Where Wilfred, he just doesn't expend any energy. Not that much.
Gil Clancy with Sugar Ray Leonard and Tim Ryan. We are live ringside in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now Hope should jab. He should snap that jab. Instead, he's falling right into Benitez's trap. He's trying to hit him with the big punch, and Benitez just counters.
The champion bleeding from the mouth has just had a tooth knocked out by Benitez, and Hope spit the tooth out right above us here. Still has his mouthpiece in. He's lost the tooth.
He's back in the fly trap again. We might as well call it a fly trap. It's like the spider in the fly. Look, Benitez just defies him. There's no punches.
The champion looking weary, but showing a lot of gameness. He's still trying to get this fight turned around.
Benitez wants to be on the ropes. He's calling Hope in, saying this fighting time.
Benitez just resting against the padding in the neutral corner right above our broadcast position.
With a fight like Benitez, you can't wait and throw a big bomb. You have to put your punches together. You know, for Benitez against the ropes, he lets his opponent come in, and then he counter punches. He throws maybe 5, 6, 7 blows, and they're all not strong, but he's still scoring points.
You notice he's fighting southpaw now, too, baby. Benitez has switched southpaw, and I guess maybe Hope isn't used to fighting southpaw because Benitez is doing his job on him
He's trying to gain a second breather. He's not exerting himself. He's just putting his punches together, scoring points.
Still looking very relaxed. He must realize that he is taking command. Now he backs up, Hope, and staggered him again.
A good body punch going by Benitez.
We're in the 9th round. Who are these people that said that Benitez can't punch? That's what I'd like to know.
They've never been in the ring.
Hope bleeding from the mouth. Final second. Round number 9. A tired-looking champion. Another good body shot from Benitez. Hope landed a good left hand. Benitez stood flat-footed and countered right back up. They nailed each other that time, Tim, and I think Benitez's punch was the more effective. He has Hope in trouble again. Under a minute to go, round 11.
Okay.
Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters can never be forgotten on that channel. Benitez and Hope. 100 years of World Championship fights, 1989.
Backed up Hope. Tough left hook to the body by Benitez. Backed up Hope. Hope showing a lot of gallantry.
Gonna walk right into Benitez's right hand.
Hope off. Throw him off down. He has him backing up to him. Hope not quite backing up. Just can't quite backing up. Benitez trying to finish the champion here in round 11. Hope covering up. Final seconds of this 11th round. Of course, says after he wins this, he wants you again, Ray.
Well, I'm quite sure he's not surprised at all. After this fight, and always hopefully now is 5 knockout. Benitez is a champion. He will still do the show after this fight.
He would have to fight you at this weight, of course, because he has said he doesn't plan to be a welterweight again.
He'll be a lot better for both of us.
154, the weight limit, known as junior.
Gonna walk right into the right hand of Benitez. Oh, fight's over. Benitez knew it.
I don't think he's going to get up from this one. A tremendous right hand from Wilfred Benitez, and that is going to be it. A smiling new champion, Wilfred Benitez, with a tremendous right hand. Wilfred Benitez has won his 3rd world championship in 3 different weight divisions. And Maurice Hope.
And he did it right in front of Siri Leonard. Very impressive.
An overhand right, and they're trying to revive him now. Dr. Donald Romeo in the ring quickly here to attend to the fallen champion along with his handler. Goal before he hit the canvas. And they are attending to him now. And Dr. Donald Romeo, the ring physician, is in there quickly. Wilfred Benitez.
Oh.
Maurice Hope, as we see that tremendous right hand from Wilfred Benitez, is apparently now conscious and still being attended by Dr. Romeo here in the ring, but they're taking their time and all necessary precautions as he is seated on the stool immediately to our left. Let's get the champion over here, Wilfred Benitez. And come on in here. Wilfred, I know you said before the fight you wanted to be the first Latin to win 3 world championships. You must feel pretty good right now.
Yes, I'm feeling very happy. I'm too happy because thanks to my trainer and
your
manager.
father.
Yeah, my father trainer and my manager Jimmy Jacob, that they work for to take place the middleweight.
Jacobs is to Benitez's left, he's to your right.
Title, what the weight?
He's the manager,
another great fighter. Now
former manager of Mike Tyson.
Rematch against Sugar Ray Leonard because he has to give me that fight. I know that he's so afraid on me, and I'm gonna get him.
Wilfred, there are always questions about your training methods, and yet every time you go into a fight, you look like you have been prepared for.